चालते की ओके. Hello friends, welcome to this fourth class. Sorry. ATM astrology is meant for auspicious time management in Krishnamurti Padhati, Kalpurush astrology, Kaliyug Parashar astrology. Kaliyug VIMSHOTARI DASA system astrology. When we think of the KP astrology, Krishnamurti Padhati astrology, Kalpurush astrology, Kaliyug Parashar astrology, Kaliyug VIMSHOTARI Dasha system astrology, one important thing is to be taken into consideration that prior to Maharshi Parashar, the study and analysis of planets and its effects on human life have been studied in the way planets will give their results where they are in transit. Planets will give their results in divisional charts in which cusp they are at the time of birth. Planet significations at the time of birth will give result of full human life of that jataka. Full life of that jataka. If particular planet at the time of birth posited in a specific degree-minute seconds, the beneficial results or malefic results was understood and predicted. At the time of birth, the combination of planets with nakshatra yoga Karan, they are 1 and 2. Tithi nakshatra yoga karanava. Or firstly, we consider the moon transiting nakshatra. Then the difference, moon usually transits in any constellation nakshatra from Ashwini to Revati, in Aries to Pisces signs, and take approximately 20 hours to 27 hours to cross to enter into the next constellation nakshatra. This is the normal things. This is the base of original all astrological systems. When moon moves from sun conjunction 0 degree 0 minute 0 second on Amavasya and the difference in the longitude of moon from the sun comes at 12 degrees, then Pratipada Tithi ends. When the difference in moon longitude from sun extends from 12 degree to 24 degree, there is the Vitiya Tithi. The same difference in longitude of moon from sun, if it is within 24 degree to 36 degree, there is the Tritiya Tithi. The same happens when the difference of 36 degree to 48 degrees, there is the Chaturthi Tithi. Again, it happens when the difference of 48 degree to difference of 48 degree to 60 degree, there is the Panchami Tithi. Again, it will continue till the 346 degree 40 minute to 360 degree 0 minute, there is the Amavasya. When Amavasya ends, the moon and sun will be on 0 degree 0 minute 0 second, that is rapt conjunction. This is the base of the astrology. Accordingly, The tithis are 1, 5, 9 is called Nanda Tithi. 2, 6, 10 tithis are called Bhadra Tithi. 3, 8, 3, 8, 13. 2, 6, 12. 1, 5, 11. 1, 6, 11. Sorry. 11. 3, 8, 3, 8, 13 tithis are called the Jaya Tithis. 4, 9, and 14 tithis are called the Rikta Tithis. And finally, 5, 10, and 15 Purnima, and 5, 10, 30 Amavasya. Okay. Now see, Nanda Tithi are called auspicious to start anything. Bhadra Tithi are also called auspicious to certain things. Which are they? We will discuss afterwards. Jaya Tithi are called the most auspicious to get the success in every attempt, endeavors. Attempt. Attempts. Okay. Rikta Tithis are called the worst bad tithis that gives the total fatal failure to the jataka. When anything new venture has been taken place. Purna, it is called Purna Tithi. 5, 10, 15 that is Purnima, and 5, 10, 30 that is the Amavasya. They are the Purna Tithis. Purna Tithis are called to work with the unattempted efforts, as some matters would have not been successful and successful due to certain elements that is not in our control. But still, when these unattempted efforts is to be converted into success, then the endeavor we have to make on these Panchami, Dashami, and Purnima and or Amavasya Tithis. Okay. These are the Tithis. Half portion of Tithi is called Karan 1 and remaining portion of Tithi is called the Karan 2. There are 11 Karans, and out of this, 4 Karan are fixed Karan that always be present in Krishna Paksha, Chaturdashi, and Amavasya and Shukla Paksha Pratipada. Second part. 4 Karans are fixed Karan that always present in Krishna Paksha Chaturdashi, second part, that is the remaining last part of the Chaturdashi, and Amavasya, both parts. First part and last part. And Shukla Paksha Pratipada, first part. First part. When we think this, there are certain nakshatras constellations Yoga, Karan, Tithi are considered unauspicious in the classical texts of Dharma Shastra and also in some texts of Jyotish Shastra. They are called as the evil timing of birth, and it supports the remedial measures on that. If the suggested remedial measures has not been performed, taken, the life of the jataka, it is said that if the suggested remedial measures has not been taken, the life of jataka will be of no use. I'm telling you certain elements in which what has been given in that classical text. But when we are in Kaliyuga, now we are in Kaliyuga. And prior to learning the astrology, we should note that there is the curse given by Adi Maya, Adi Shakti, Jagdamba, Parvati Mata to. There is the curse given by Adi Maya, Adi Shakti, Jagdamba, Parvati Mata Mata Rani, Adi Maya, Adi Shakti, Jagdamba, Parvati Mata, to total science of astrology, that when anyone, any astrologer seeks the most important need to predict for the success, then he will not get the results what it has been mentioned in the classical texts. This is the most important thing. And here there is the hidden cause why astrologers make mistakes, make wrong predictions. They are not making the wrong predictions, but the time is not permitted to predict correctly. We often would have seen that so many astrologers who predict successfully, but in certain important cases their predictions go wrong. Why is this happening? Because this is the curse. If the classical texts are the authentic one, then every application of the rules by anyone in the world would have to predict the same manner, same timing, and same consequences and results. But we see that this is not happening. Why this is not happening? If the classical texts are the authentic one, definitely they are authentic one, but we miss definitely the classical texts and rules given in astrology books, ancient astrology books. They are the unique one. But the application method given in these books are not suitable for successful prediction in Kali Yuga. You would have been astonished what we have been taught. More Star Lord becomes the Dasha Lord, and if Moon transits in Ketu star, that is Ashwini, Mula, Maga, then Moon will give the result of Ketu as the Dasha Lord for 7 years. The same case when Moon transits in Bharani, Purva Phalguni, Purva Shada. The area Lord is Venus and Dasha is of 20 years, and Moon will give the result of Venus for 20 years from the time of birth. Remember this thing forever. Birth. Okay. Likewise, when Moon will be in Kritika, Uttara Phalguni, Uttara Shada Nakshatra, the area Star Lord is Sun, and the Dasha period has been given to Sun is 6 years, and Moon is supposed to give the result of Sun for 6 years from the date of time of birth. And finally, and accordingly, when Moon transits in Ashlesha, Jestha, Revati stars in Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces signs. The area star lord, Dasha lord of Ashlesha, Jestha, Revati stars are its Mercury, and the Dasha years allotted to Mercury is 17 years, and it is told that Moon will give the result of Mercury for 17 years. This is the first lacuna. This is the first deficiency, or what we can say, that missing link in between the successful predictions and unsuccessful predictions. Previously, prior to the great sage Mahirshi Parashar period, all the astrological rules were incomplete. I say this with very authoritatively because all astrological rules were incomplete, as after the application of all rules by eminent astrologers or astronomers or the divine blessing persons, their predictions for some events for the jataka or the predictions made for the benefit of state or the politics or the kings did not successful. By studying all these drawbacks of the rules given in classical text of astrology and Dharma Shastra, and particularly Muhurta Shastra, the great sage Mahirshi Parashar Ji, by making trial and error method, he prepared the series of applications for correct timing of event. And finally, and that too, sorry, okay, and that too with the very, where it's put by sage Maitreya.
Okay. ताई म्हणत होते की ते तिच्यात हे पण नाही बाळकृष्ण, त्या पाहुण्याने पण काही दिलेलं नाही ना. त्याचा उद्या पण पूजा करणार आहे.
उद्या नवीन घेऊन येतो.
उद्या चालतोय,
उद्या घेऊन येतो, चालतं.
उद्या शनिवार
चालतं, काय प्रश्न नाही, काय
आज
आता नाही, आता दुकानचं बंद असतं. उद्या चालतं. आणि आज मग हे आहे काय म्हणतो त्याला, खरेदी नव्हतो, पौर्णिमेला दुसरा दिवस आहे. आज उद्या चालतं, काय प्रॉब्लेम.
उद्या आणू दे,
घेऊन
सांगतो ताईला.
सांगा. Okay. The great sage Mahirshi Parashar जी by making trial and error, क्योंकि जिस समय there were no specific method for the timing of event. आज का दिन दोपहर को 4 बजे, today after 2 o'clock to 2 hours and 13 minutes. That is the period of 24 minutes. 24 minutes. If that is the unauspicious, very unauspicious, and at that time we as the counselor, to guide our clients very properly, it is our prime duty to get aware themselves that they should be very careful, cautious within that period. You would have heard the story of prediction of death of prince, that he will be no more or will be died due to the attack from the Varaha. And that was the astonishing predictions. That was the astonishing prediction, and the actual event happened in the way Mihir, the name of astrologer who predicted this event, and he had been honored with the title that is Varaha Mihir. He predicted that the king, the prince, will be died on particular date, particular moment, by the attack from the Varaha. All the precautions were made by the king and their all ministers, but that particular prince or the king had the hunting, and he got the head of the Varaha, and it was put on the door. And on that day, only on that time, what was predicted, the prince Rajaputra was kept in closed room. As to why there should not be any attack from outside. Destiny and Vidhi will work accordingly. When he was irritated in closed room, he tried to knock the door, and on that door, that particular the head of the hunted Varaha was directly put on his head, and the horns it made the very serious injury to the prince, and prince was no more on the spot. He died on the spot. If you see this, then we don't know what is the period of Varahamir. That is prior to which we don't know the period. But these rules given by Varaha, great sage Parashar ji, along with Gemini, sage Gemini, sage Garga, and other astrologers like Varaha Mihir, etc. But the rules given by them is not found successful in nowadays predictions by astrologers, though they follow ardently what has been given in the classical texts. Why this is happening? And when great sage Maharshi Parashar invented the method to predict the timing of event with the help of moon longitude based 120 years dasha system starting from Kritika Nakshatra, the area star lord, dasha lord, sun. There is another method also used for 120 years, invented by sage Parashar himself, but it is conditional VIMSHOTARI dasha system. In this system, he Parasharji mentioned some conditions that if your birth is on specific tithi or Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha, etc., then use this system of Vimshotari Dasha Paddhati, starting from Ardra Nakshatra, and called the Ardradi Vimshotari Dasha system. The prime base, use and application of astrology for predicting the most auspicious time for any attempt to be successful by jataka or the king, for the benefit of society. But this element is now dates totally hidden. Totally hidden. In 1901, on 1st November 1908, the birth of Sri A.S. Krishnamurti Ji occurred, and he studied the classical texts along with Western astrology books and also Nadi Granthas, and he realized that all are having some missing links due to the reasons beyond our control to find the missing links to predict the correct timing of events. Sri KSK Krishnamurti Ji has followed in his initial days, followed the total Vedic astrology with all the principles, but he found the wrong results and disappointing. He consulted so many then time astrologers or astronomers in Tamil Nadu and nearby areas, but no one gave him the sustainable reason for wrong predictions and wrong timing of events. Then K.S. Krishnamurti Ji started the research, and then he got the first point to rely upon is the use of Vimshotari Dasha system, starting from Kritika Nakshatra. In those days, KSK was impressed by Vedic astrology principles and was of the opinion that if the lords of 6, 8, 12 or 3, 6, 11 are signifying the worst houses. Then in the Dasha period, Dasha Bhukti, Antra period of these planets, the Jataka has to suffer a lot. Suppose for Aries ascendant, marriage is to be predicted. Marriage timing is to be predicted. Then 7th cusp is to be taken for marriage, would be husband or wife. 2nd cusp is to be taken for family, and 11th cusp is to be taken for self-satisfaction, etc. For Aries ascendant, Venus becomes the lord of 2 and 7th, and Saturn becomes lord of 11th cusp. Any planet at the time of birth be in Venus star and or Venus Saturn star, that planet was to be considered as the significator of 2, 7 and 11. And in the Dasha Bhukti Antra of Venus and Saturn, the marriage is supposed to happen. But when in the horoscopes, like the people having Venus or Saturn in 6th, 4th or in 8th or 12th cusp, then Venus is signifying 6th, 4th or 8th or 12th cusp. And if Venus Dasha is running or coming for marriage, then the astrologers of the same time prior to 1952, they used to predict that the total dasha of Venus will not bless that jataka with marriage. Krishnamurti ji also was considering the things. But when he predicted, in some cases, when KSK predicted the timing with a view to classical texts, he disappointed. Why? When the jataka has been told that he will be married in Sun Dasha Mon Bhukti, etc. And that period will have to come after 4 to 5 years. But after some months itself, that jataka got married, and after some years, he was blessed with the best progeny, and everything was the fine. By this, KSK took to his mind that the missing links in application of astrological rules made the astrologers to predict wrongly, and he started to take research with the timing of events as per the happened events in the past of the known people around him. And then he applied the same method given by the sage Parashar, that is VIMSHOTARI Dasha Paddhati. This is the starting of the VIMSHOTARI Dasha Paddhati. In VIMSHOTARI Dasha Paddhati, it is calculated on moon longitudes and the name of constellation, star, nakshatra for time of birth to 120 years. In this process, when KS Krishnamurti ji realized one important fact, that that when we calculate the dasha periods, the span of the timing that has been lapsed prior to the birth of the jataka is called bhukta dasha, and the remaining period of dasha is called bhogya dasha. Accordingly, Krishnamurti ji has revised the frame, the new rules of application of astrology for the timing of events. Suppose if Aries ascendant is there, in Aries ascendant there are only Ketu star, Venus star, and Sun star. Means if at the time of birth moon is occupied in any one of the stars, that is area lords, that is Ketu or Venus or Sun, then the dasha of Ketu will run, or dasha of Venus will run, or dasha of Sun will run. Please take it very seriously. If Aries ascendant is there, and in Aries ascendant, Moon also is in ascendant. Now see, if Moon is in ascendant, ascendant is itself Aries, then Moon will be in any of the Ashwini Nakshatra, Bharani Nakshatra, or Kritika Nakshatra. And the ascendant itself also be in Aries Nakshatra, Ashwini Nakshatra, Bharani Nakshatra, or in Kritika Nakshatra. Then he realized that 120 years of dasha will be completed within 9 constellations, stars, nakshatras, and that too in 4 signs. 4 signs. Suppose ascendant is starting in Terra degree 20 minute 01 second. Means ascendant cuspal dasha lord will be Moon, Venus. At the same time, Moon is in ascendant on 1 degree 30 minute 30 second. Means Moon is in Ketu Ashwini Nakshatra. The area lord of this nakshatra, this nakshatra, is Ketu, and Moon has to give the result of Ketu for 7 years. Then we a very important point we are now discussing. If the ascendant is also Aries, Moon is in Aries in 1 degree 13 minute 30 second. Moon is on 1 degree 30 minute 30 second in Aries Ashwini. Means this jatakas 120 years dasha will be completed on Leo sign 01 degree 30 minute and 29 second. That is in Magha star, Leo sign. In the life of that jataka, the 6th cusp to 12th cusp lords Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Jupiter will not come. If moon is in ascendant 1 degree 30 minutes 30 seconds, it will be in Ashwini Nakshatra, Ketu Dasha, and Ketu Dasha on as Ketu Dasha, Ashwini Nakshatra 7, Bharani Nakshatra 20, Kritika Nakshatra 6, Rohini Nakshatra 10, Mruga Nakshatra 7, Rahu Swati Ardra Nakshatra 18, Punarvasu Nakshatra 16, Pushya Nakshatra 19, and Ashlesha Nakshatra 17 years. But moon is on 0 degree, 1 degree 30 minutes 30 seconds. So 120 years dasha will be completed on Leo sign 1 degree 330 minutes and 29 seconds in Magha star. In the total life of this jataka, no lots of Virgo, that is Mercury, Libra, that is Venus, Scorpio, that is Mars, Sagittarius, that is Jupiter, Capricorn, and Aquarius, that is Sun, and Pisces, that is Jupiter. If your dasha, Vimshotari dasha, is completed starting from Ashwini Nakshatra, Aries sign, and ending in Magha Nakshatra 1 degree 13 minutes and 20 seconds to 29 seconds, means the remaining total period or the lords of the second cusp, sixth cusp, seventh cusp, eighth cusp, ninth cusp, 11, 10th, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, lords, these lords will not give their results in the full lifetime of that particular jataka. And this made the Krishnamurti ji to depend on the non-moving elements in astrology. Moon will always moving. That's why dashas are changing. But the ascendant will be the same for the lifetime. And that is the not non-moving elements in astrology. That not moving means unchangeable. Unchangeable elements in astrology. Here, by studying Western astrology, he adopted the method of Pleiadius system to adopt to recreate, that is, cast the horoscope. As you know, in Vedic astrology, we follow Tripati Padhati with Bhava Madhya Padhati. and Chitra Paksha Ainansha. And thus, in this system, we have been told that when any planet transits in any of the sign, then that planet will offer the result of that sign or star will be either in the middle of the sign or at the last of the sign. Last of the sign. But when sage Parashar Ji has invented the VIMSHOTARI Dasha PADHATI, he made one clear-cut understanding that the first bhukti is only of the Dasha Lord itself. VIMSHOTARI Dasha Paddhati, the first rule of the VIMSHOTARI Dasha Paddhati is that if suppose Aries sign 0 degree 0 minute 0 second to 13 degree 20 minute, this is the Ashwini star area Dasha Lord Ketu. Dasha period is 7 years. When we consider the moon or ascendant is on this zone, in this zone, then there are 9 bhuktis, Antardasha, sublords, Upanakshatras in Ashwini star. How they are to be calculated? First, Ketu Dasha 7 years. How to calculate Ketu Bhukti? How to calculate? Simple. Ketu Dasha 7 years. Ketu Dasha 7 years into Ketu Bhukti 7 years divided by 120. 7 into 7 divided by 120. Sorry, 7 into 2 seconds. Ketu Dasha 7 years and Ketu star span 13 degree 20 minutes, that is 800 minutes. Divided by 120, that is the total span of VIMSHOTARI Dasha. That is the 120. So here 7 into 800 divided by 120. Calculation करके देखिए. Please try to make this calculation for your benefit. 7 into 800 divided by 120. Divided by 120. This comes 46.667. Now remember this thing forever, that when we calculate anything in astrology, they are in decimal, that is matrix, that is 1 to 10, and we take hours, minute, and second. There are only 12 hours or 21 or 24 hours, 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So in this Ketu Dasha, Ketu Bhukti, Ketu Dasha, Ketu Bhukti, 46.667 minutes. Remember this thing. Here 0.667 is not the seconds, but that is the portion of minutes. So 0.667 into 60, 0.667 into 60, 0.667 into 60 is equal to 40.002 seconds. Thus, Ketu Dasha 7 years, Ketu Bhukti 46 minute 40 second. Likewise, Ketu Dasha Venus Bhukti is equal to Venus Bhukti. We are calculating Venus Bhukti 20 into 800 divided by 120 is equal to 16,000 divided by 120. 16,000 divided by 120, 16,000. It means 133.33 minutes is equal to 0.333 into 60 into 60 is equal to 20 minutes. 20 seconds is equal to Venus Bhukti 133 minutes 20 seconds. 133 minutes 20 seconds. Now convert in degree minute second is equal to 133 divided by 60 is equal to 133 divided by 60. 2.216. Again, 0.216 into 60. 0.216 into 60. 0.216 into 60 is equal to 12.96 minutes. Okay. It means Venus Bhukti runs for 1 degree 13 minutes 20 seconds. 1 degree 33. There is the remaining 1 degree 33 minutes. Done will. So this is the clear cut understanding of Vimshottari Dasha Paddhati. And finally, I give you the output of all bhuktis. All bhuktis span in 13 degree 20 minute nakshatra, that is the dasha. This year, Ketu Bhukti is running for 46 minutes 40 seconds. So Venus Bhukti 2 degree 13 minutes 20 seconds. Sun Bhukti is equal to 40 minutes only. Moon Bhukti is equal to 1 degree. 1 degree 6 minutes 40 seconds. Mars Bhukti, it is the like as 46 minutes 40 seconds. Sun, Moon, Mars, Ketu, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu Bhukti is equal to correct 2 degrees. Jupiter Bhukti is equal to 1 degree 46 minutes 1 degree 46 minutes 40 seconds. Saturn Bhukti 2 minutes 2 degree 6 minutes 40 seconds. Mercury Bhukti 1 degree 53 minutes 20 seconds. If you add this up, if you add that, you will get the span of nakshatra, that is 13 degree 20 minutes. That is the 13 degree 20 minutes. And that's why I am putting before you the ready reckoner. You see here. This is the 0 degree to 13 degree 20 minutes, 13 degree 20 minutes, Ketu, Ashwini Nakshatra. In Ashwini Nakshatra, that is the Ashwini Dasha, Ketu Dasha. The Ketu Antar Dasha is of 46 minutes 40 seconds. I have calculated, I have given you the formula to calculate the bhukti of every planet. Venus bhukti 2 degree 13 minutes 20 seconds. Sun bhukti 40 minutes. Moon bhukti 1 degree 6 minutes 40 seconds. Mangal bhukti, Mars bhukti 46 minutes 40 seconds. Rahu bhukti 2 degrees. Jupiter bhukti 1 degree 46 minutes 40 seconds. Saturn bhukti 2 degree 6 minutes 40 seconds. Mercury bhukti 1 degree 53 minutes 20 seconds. Again, please see. Venus bhukti 2 degree 13 minutes 20 seconds. 2 degree 13 minutes 20 seconds. Again, please see here. Venus. This is the Ketu star. This is the Venus star. This is the Sun star. Venus bhukti will be the same. All the bhukti period, bhukti span in the 13 degree 20 minutes is the same. For this purpose, I am giving and for this purpose, I am giving you here the ready reckoner 1 to 249. 1 to 249. Okay, 2 seconds. 1 to 249. Please here. This is the number. Now I am going to explain you there are 27 stars. That is Ashwini to Revati. These are the 27 stars. One star is of 13 degree 20 minutes. Means 13 degree 20 minutes into 27, it comes is equal to 360 degrees. 12 signs of 30 degree each, 30 into 12 is equal to 360 degrees. AB, this is also 360 degrees. Every nakshatra star is the dasha. Every nakshatra is the nakshatra, that is the star, is the dasha. Means there are 27 dasha lots. Dasha lots. Okay. In every dasha, there are 9 antardasha, bhukti, or sublots, upanakshatra. Upanakshatra. In every dasha, remember this thing forever. How it is to be calculated? 27 dasha into 9 antardasha, bhukti, sub, upanakshatra is equal to 243. We are having 243 antardashas. Then in every antardasha, bhukti, sub, upanakshatra, there are 9 antra. So 243 bhukti into 9 is equal to 2187 antra, vidasha, pratyantar dasha, sub-sublot, upa nakshatra. Again, in every pratyantar, vidasha, antra, there are 9 sukshma sublots. 2187, 2187 antra pratyantar into 9 is equal to 19,683 sukshmas sublots. Sublots. In every sukshma, there are 9 prana lots. Means 19,683 into 9 sukshma into 9 prana is equal to 1,77,000. 1,77,147. They are the prana lots. It means when we take the zodiac is of 360 degrees, then in the total zodiac, there are 27 star dasha. There are 27 star dasha. 2 सेकंड में यहाँ there are 27 star dasha. Okay. 243 bhukti antardasha, bhukti antardasha or sublot or upanakshatra. 2187, 2187 antra vidasha, pratyantar dasha, oblique upa nakshatra, oblique sublots. Done with it. Then 19,683 sukshma dasha, oblique sublord, sublord, upa nakshatra. Okay. Upa nakshatra. And finally, 1,70,078,143 Pran Dasha oblique sublords upa nakshatra. So we have to study this. We have to study this in the total parallels with Parashari Paddhati, Vimshotari Dasha Paddhati. And by this only, you will be in a position to predict the pinpoint events of every person. For every event, there will be no such event that cannot be predicted. So, today only we will stop this. My regular students are not here. Madam, आप कहाँ से? Please introduce yourself. Hello. Please unmute. Okay. Let it be. Please join morning 8:30 for the continued batch. This is the only for the new students who are not knowing the original Krishnamurti Paddhati, or yet they have studied the Krishnamurti Paddhati is the totally throughout Paddhati. Krishnamurti ji has invented this final system in after 1969 onwards. Prior to that, whatever the rules given by the Krishnamurti ji has been totally changed. If you are having the time to join, everybody, I request all of you to join in your morning batch. This is also free. Approximately 8:30 p.m. and evening 6:30 a.m. or 6:30. That is the some earlier timing. We will start with at 7 o'clock. Both links, both meetings, Zoom meetings are totally different. I'm here giving you the links. And morning batch also is link I am sharing. This. दो सेकंड. Okay. I'm sharing this link for new meeting link. Password will be the same. Morning Zoom meeting link. And evening Zoom meeting link is this slide. And live, that is the YouTube channel for live. All my previous videos are very important to watch and learn. This is the okay. Please message me on my number. I will give you certain this class. This is the fourth class. I will share whatever I have shared. I have taught in the class with the same study material. I will share it to you. Please WhatsApp me. Then I will share it to you, because whenever you are watching the videos, if you have the study material, then that will be very useful for you. And also I will give you the link afterwards to join ATM Astrology WhatsApp group and Sumurta Saubhagya Jyotish WhatsApp group. Okay, सभी को नमस्कार. I request all of you to share, to watch this video for at least 2 to 3 times. What you have studied previously by any of the astrologers or the Gurujis is totally, nowadays, that is totally out of order. If you have to take yourself as the proficient astrologer, successful astrologers of the world, then you have to only think the verdict I predict. I am not deviating from a single word from which has been given in the Krishnamurti Padhati. And you will have the new dimension of learning the KP astrology in the name of Kaliyug Parashar Astrology, ATM astrology. ATM astrology means auspicious time management astrology. Sumuhurta Saubhagya Jyotish. For every event, it is to be started on a particular moment. If you suppose if you have to file the nomination for election, if you start with the auspicious time, that is not the auspicious time. We all people are taking the muhurtas. They are not the real times. But according to your Prashna Kundli or your Kundli, the very 10-minute, 15-minute, the very short period, on that prior to that, what we have to do? We have to get the complete work done. Only we have to sign on that particular moment. That moment makes you more possibility of getting yourself successful in that endeavors. Thank you, everybody. Please share. Please invite your all astrologers friends. This is only for the non-Indians. This yesterday to evening batch is only for the non-Indians. Because in morning batch I use Hindi. In this batch we use only English. Not only this, but the transcription also you will get in English, because so many my viewers from outside the India, I get their messages that, sir, we are waiting for your videos, but due to your local language, that is the Hindi, we are unable to start. We are able to understand. Please use the option, use the exercise option for transcription in any other languages. And I started to act that particular option in the YouTube. Now the people who are now, they are saying, we come to know what is the original Krishnamurti Padhati. Everybody is facing the so many difficulties, and to come out of the difficulties, you have to get the right path to be on your destiny, on your aim. सभी को धन्यवाद. शुभम भवतु, शुभम भवतु, शुभम भवतु. कल्याणमस्तु. कल सुबह 8:30 बजे, मॉर्निंग, इवनिंग 7 o'clock.